about wounds is that they will surface when we're ready to do the work. Our ego, our psyche, our being has a way of not letting us surface things before we're ready to deal with them. And that is a protective mechanism. That's one of the good parts of being able to understand that there are things that have happened that we have not dealt with, but at some point in life, they start to sort of suck our energy. It starts to bother us. It starts to slow us down, hold us back. We find ourselves not as open, not as free, not as kind, not as compassionate, not as loving, because there's something underneath there that we just haven't explored. And as it begins to come to the surface, recognize and respect your readiness to deal with it. It's Father Richard Rohr says that, part of the life journey is going down inside and finding what's there, but coming back out, taking responsibility for all of it. The responsibility to look at it so that we can continue to grow and so that we can breathe, so that we don't live from a contracted heart space, but rather an expansive heart space. So many of the things that have happened to all of us, white-bodied, brown-bodied, whatever, the things that have happened to us cause our hearts to contract. And if we let it go unspoken or undealt with for too long, then we begin to form around that contracted posture. And you can literally see it in people. There are times when I am working with people and I will recognize that as we're discussing something, they're in this position. I mean, the chest is literally sunken in. And so, allowing yourself to breathe and expand your heart space and to just sit and be with what begins to surface, recognizing how we can fall into a default posture of over-identifying with the wound itself. That's not who we're intended to be. And it is from that space, that wounded space, that if we are so busy sort of protecting our own wounds, we cannot come out in the world and help and protect and support others. Because this posture is not the posture of a warrior. This is not the posture of an ally. This is not the posture of an advocate. It takes the full breath and the fully expanded heart space to be able to stand as a warrior, as an ally, as an advocate, but as one who has done their own work. Doing your own work leads you to the place of the empathy and compassion for anyone who is suffering. It will not be without doing that work that you can truly stand in that space. So where does it begin? It begins with the empathy, the compassion, and the love that you have for yourself.